Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Wednesday, the 25th of September 2024. Today's Millwall news, we're going to start off with this from the southernnews.co.uk. And it's an interview or some quotes from Neil Harris. Millwall attack awesome to watch. Indeed, it is a lot better, isn't it? So, Lions manager Neil Harris said his side's attack had been awesome to watch so far this season. Harris highlighted Duncan Moore, George Honeyman and Romain Esse as standout performers so far, with the former receiving a special mention due to his scoring run. We keep talking about wanting our players to have a bit of flair to them, and the way Duncan, George and Romain are playing is awesome to watch, Harris said. They also set the tone at the top end of the pitch with our defensive structure. The three of them have been immense. Harris praised Watmore for his outstanding start to the championship campaign, highlighting two key factors that have contributed to his success. Fitness and confidence have been big for Duncan, playing in a team that suits his style and the way we want to play the game suits him. Duncan has had more rewards than the other two with his creativity and goal scoring expertise. He's a top championship player, and I'm enjoying working with him and giving him a platform to perform in his best position, his best role, in the best way possible to get the best outcomes for him, and he's delivering. I hope it continues for a long time this season. The Mill boss also spoke of his excitement of coming back to work with the likes of Watmore and Honeyman in his second spell. There were a lot of players that I was pleased to see and be reunited with, and then there were players that I was really looking forward to working with. Duncan was someone I admired from afar for a very long time, and I hadn't had an opportunity to work with him before. George Honeyman was another one as well. As well as praising his forward players, Harris spoke about his decision to bring back defender Japhet Tanganga following his loan from Tottenham last season. Japhet Tanganga came back because I just felt it was right to bring him back in after his performances last season. But everyone feels settled because the players are playing so well and they've got the mentality that I demand from the group. Indeed. Now, moving on to this, also from the southernnews.co.uk, which obviously publishing tomorrow on a Thursday. Pick up a copy if you're out and about. Honeyman, it's up to Millwall youngsters to take their first team chances. Exactly, yes. Let's have a read of this then. So, Millwall midfielder George Honeyman said it's up to the young players themselves to take the chances in the first team. The Lions player said the senior players can only do so much to help them. Speaking to the News at 10 about getting Mill's new, inexperienced players to adapt to the first team setup, Honeyman said, that's really up to them. I feel like you always look out for a youngster and you try and make them feel good in the group and stuff. But ultimately it's down to them, to impose themselves and take a chance when they get it. Honeyman praised young teammate Romain Esse for his ability to move from academy player to regular first team starter. I think the club's been really fortunate, Honeyman said. Obviously, we knew a lot about Rom anyway, but he's really cemented himself as an established first team player this year, and he's been fantastic. He's producing what we may be seeing a lot more at the training ground rather than games, and now he's doing it in games as well, which is brilliant for the club because he's such an asset. The former Sunderland and Hull City player also had kind words for young midfielder Alfie Massey, who came up to train with the first team following injuries to senior players. You've obviously got the likes of Alfie Massey coming through. There were a couple of lads ahead of him who got injured, so he came up and trained with us, and he impressed. Sometimes as a young lad you can complicate things in terms of what people are after, but if you just make an impression and train in the right way, the man just shows that you can be part of the first team squad, and that's very important for a club, especially with an academy like Millwalls, which has been really successful. Ultimately, it needs to produce players, and it looks really good for the club that it seems to be doing that. The midfielder said he's currently feeling settled in life, both at work and at home. I absolutely love it here, I have a fantastic relationship with the lads in the dressing room, and I get on really well with the staff. And that's football staff and also staff around the building, players, people like Lurch. The fans have been really great for me ever since I came through the door. I'm very happy here, and you don't have many times in your career where you feel in a good place about everything. But everything seems to be in a good place at home and at work, and I feel like that at the minute, so you've got to cherish those moments and make the most of them as well. Oh dear, why did he have to say that? Cue him breaking his leg in 3 places in the next game. Isn't that always the way? But No, exactly. Like I believe his contract's up at the end of the season. He's made no bones about it. He wants to stay here and get a new contract pre-season. He was talking about how he was living in Beckenham and he loved it there. So, yeah. What are you waiting for? I mean, he's doing really well. Like, he hasn't scored, but he's playing like a number 4 at a number 10 role. He's doing the defensive work up front, which is allowing Romain Esse and Duncan Watmore to play to the best of their abilities. So, obviously, if he could put a few of these chances away, that would be good. But, yeah, let's sign him up again. Why not? Now, we got the match report from the game yesterday, the under-21 games that I told you about. So we got a few things about that. So Millwall's under-21s bounced back with a 3-0 victory against Colchester United at Calmont Road. Henry Hearn, Rahees Bangura Williams and Jack Howland, Penn, all found the back of the net with Liam Roberts keeping a clean sheet at the other end as Kevin Nugent's side got back to winning ways following their defeat against Birmingham City last week. Roberts, Wes Harding, Murray Wallace and Femi Aziz were selected by Nugent to partake in the game, with the Scot having the first chance of the game with a corner kick found his head, but it just went over the crossbar. Aziz then sent the ball across the face of the goal, but Colchester were able to get to it before it developed any further. 2 more great attempts followed, with both Dan Kelly and Ollie Evans striking the goal, with Aziz whipping the ball into the box once more following that, but Hearn's strike was blocked by the defence. The Lions eventually found their opener as Alfie Massey gained possession on the edge of the box and Bangura Williams set up Hearn, who finished into an empty net. Aziz had a chance to double the lead when he made a run into the box, but the goalkeeper was able to get a hand to it with a rare effort for the away side, coming shortly after Khalil Green's shot was saved with ease by Roberts. Bangura Williams doubled the lead when he took Howland's cross in his stride and smashed the ball into the roof of the net before the goal scorer. What? Hang on. Bangura Williams doubled the lead when he took Howland's cross in his stride and smashed the ball into the roof of the net. Before the goal scorer, Adomio Maku and Dan Kelly all went for goal just after the break, but all the efforts were denied. That's a really weird sentence. Did AI write this? Ben Drake's run down the left saw him cross to Howland, but the attempt was deflected wide, with the Colchester defence then having to desperately deny Imaku's close-range effort. A late third from the line saw Howland score from the penalty spot. Next up for Millwall's under-21s is a trip to Fleetwood Town on Friday, 27th of September. Yeah, and I'll tell you about that, I guess, in tomorrow's video. The team was as follows: Roberts, Ollie Evans, Drake, Massey, Harding, Wallace, Bangura Williams, Kelly, Emaku, Hearn and Aziz. Substitutes for Lamptey on for Ollie Evans, 68 minutes. Haywood on for Kelly in the 87th minute. Emaku stayed on, played 90 minutes. Baker on for Hearn, 68 minutes. Howland on for Aziz on 35 minutes. And the club, so I watched a bit of this because the club uploaded it. If we move on to, I think it's this one, yeah. So the club have got the whole game, and they put it onto Mill TV or Mill TV Plus. I'm not sure if it's the Plus version or just the normal one that you get when you have a profile. So if you have a Millwall login, which I think you need to if you're going to buy tickets online, if you just rock up with cash, you can just do it, but they hassle you to find out if you've got an account, that kind of thing. So you might be able to watch this, because I did watch the first 35 minutes before. I tried to go back on the video after the Aziz substitution to see if there was any kind of injury, and it just kind of got locked and just kind of went frozen things, so I just gave up. But before that, like, Danny Kelly was really good. Maku, again, really good, working with Danny Kelly, really, really good stuff. Aziz, so the camera was on the left flank for Millwall in the first half, so we didn't really see Aziz. I don't think he got injured. I don't think he did get injured. Like, he wasn't on the ground. I think it might. I don't know if he's got kids. It might be that he said, "Okay, I'll play, but I need to leave to go and pick up my kids from school." So that might have been a situation. I don't know, but because he wasn't on the ground, so maybe he just got a standing injury, like a bit of a twinge and a strain. And he said, "Oh, look, I need to come off." Maybe it's that, but like I said, I need to watch it again. So it's because it's at the training ground. It's one fixed camera and it's quite far away. There's not really any zoom. I don't think. Oh, there was a bit of zoom. No, there was a bit of zoom. So yeah. Yeah, the club put it up online, and you can watch it, I believe. So good for the club to do that. And like I say, a number of the players did play really well. Like, to be honest, Reece Bangura Williams played really well. He got an assist, got on goals, so really good stuff. And we can see some photos from that game. Murray Wallace playing 90 minutes. I believe that's towards the end because one of the subs is on. Alfie Massey there. Femi Aziz there. So I don't think these photos are really in any order. There's Hearn there. Danny Kelly. Jesus, the geezer looks like he's seen a ghost. What the fuck? I've seen a ghost. That looks like Reece Bangura Williams' goal. There he is, happy. That's Jack Howland. Just coming into the under-21s this season after being an under-18 player. But I believe he still does mostly play for the under-18s. Very skillful player. Although interesting that they let him take the penalty. I guess, so if we go back, I guess that he was the one that got fouled. So they let him take it. I guess because they were already 2-0 up. So I think they might have that policy that if they got a 2-goal lead, whoever gets fouled gets to take the penalty. If it's a close game, that's not the situation, I believe. So there you go, we're back round. So like I said, if you want to watch that, go onto Mill's website and see if you can get onto it with your Mill profile. If you can't, it'll be on Mill TV Plus. But it doesn't say it's on Mill TV Plus, so I think it's literally just with a profile. Now, this is this is just weird. Weird. Right, so we finally have a squad photo. I believe this is the first time it's been posted. It's the first one that they've made this season on the 25th of September. Okay, so halfway through August, a number of the squad photos on Mill's website hadn't been made. And they were still showing the Husky logo on the shirt, which is kind of unfortunate if you've got a brand new shirt sponsor. My Guava, obviously they want to be featured prominently in terms of what they're paid for. So obviously you want those squad pics to show that, hey, these shirts that these players are wearing are sponsored by this sponsor. And it did seem to be kind of wayward in terms of like indicative of maybe some kind of not like mismanagement or things going on behind the scenes where who's sorted out the squad picks. Have you done it? Who's doing it? When you got all these, you got too many cooks in the kitchen. Whose job is it to do this? Is it the director of football? Is it PR people? Is it the media team? Like, whose job is it to do this? So it did kind of seem that they were maybe screwing it up a bit. But that seems to work, because obviously we had the transfer window that went until the end of August. So, like, a few of these players weren't even here. So if you would have took a squad photo at the start of the season, as most clubs do, a few of these players would be missing. They wouldn't even be here. So it's a weird one. So they've done it now, about 2 months into the start of the season, on the 25th of September now. So you've got this. But this is just bizarre, because if we zoom in, I don't believe that this is the quality of my computer. There's some kind of filter on here that they put to kind of degrade it, to kind of make everything match. Look at the back row, ladies and gentlemen. Does anything stand out? It looks like these people aren't real. It looks like they're not real. Now, what I think has happened is that they've taken this at the training ground, I think. And then they've superimposed it onto the south stand at the Den. Because you can see that all of the back row, they have this kind of sharp outline around them, like they're literally 2D. Like they're not real people. It don't make sense. Not only that, but what do you think of Adam Mayer? What do you think? Does that look like a real person? Right. So you see, if you don't know who Adam Mayer is, that's the white kid at the back next to the ginger chap, right? Because I think he's played about 15 minutes, so you might probably don't know him. He's been injured in pre-season, so he's been missing. Apparently he's back training, but if he was, why have they done this? Right, so let's take a look at his picture, right? And then we go to the squad photo. That is the same photo. That is 100% the same photo. It doesn't look the same, because obviously the white background here is making it brighter. So he's got the same mouth, same shaped mouth, same eyes, same eyebrows, but look at his hair. Because his hair, he's got hair that moves. He's got movie hair. He's got a fringe. Look at the fringe. So you've got like a triangle where you can see his forehead. Then you've got the bit in the middle, and then you've got the bit to the side. So you see that? Go back here. How comes his hair is in the exact same place? His eyes are in the exact same place. His eyebrows are in the exact same place. And his rictus grin is in the exact same place. What is going on? Has anybody seen Adam Mayer? Has he disappeared? Has he been kidnapped by Hamas? Like, where's he gone? And what's up with the rest of these people on the back row? So what may have happened as well? So you see here, look, you got this here, right? You got the bench, and then you can see the bench that the players are sitting on, and you can see behind them through the legs of the people in front, the legs of the people standing in the middle. You can see their legs. But what's going on in terms of the people on the back row? So I think what they might have done, because no idea, is there another bench behind them? It doesn't, that the back row are standing on, it doesn't look like there is. To me, maybe there is. Maybe you can't see it because it's in shadow. But what they might have done, I think what they've done is at the training ground, they took a photo with the players sitting and then the players standing behind them, and then they've taken a separate row of all these people at the back who are on the back row standing, and then they've kind of photoshopped that in because they all look, they've got this hard, sharp line dragged around them, and they've been cut out they look like they're 2D. So yeah, it's just absolutely bizarre thing that they're doing now. I don't know what's going on there. It's just funny though. It's like I'm not trying to dig anyone out. It's just really funny. Like what is going on? But hey, there you go. So there we go. And if we can go, I don't know if they've updated. They may have updated it because they've obviously been taking some pictures of the other players who've gone. So if we got this, right, if we go to the under 21s, if this loads, right. So you can see, look at Kamar Grant. The shirt's not the same. Because what they've done is they've taken last season's picture and just photoshopped the shirt so it doesn't say Husky on it anymore. And I think they've done that to someone else as well. Tom Lee, I think. They've done it, but yeah, I think they did it to him as well. But yeah, it's very weird that they're doing Photoshop things. I guess, I don't know what's going on there. So, we're going to finish with this. This is a conversation that Neil Harris had about former Millwall player Shaun Williams, who is refusing to go quietly into the night. It's from londonnewsonline.co.uk. He just makes people better around him. Millwall boss praises Shaun Williams after drop into non-league. Neil Harris has praised Shaun Williams' appetite for the game after the former Millwall midfielder, now 37, joined National League Southside Eastbourne Borough. The pair worked together during their time at the Lions, winning the League One playoffs in 2017 when Harris was a manager, and also at Gillingham. Williams made 295 appearances for Millwall and also collected 3 caps for the Republic of Ireland. Lions head coach told the South London Press, I've spoken this summer to Willow, about playing and coaching, and we had a good chat. It was clear that Willow wanted to carry on playing. He had the drive and desire to want to carry on playing, and I advised him, while he's got that mentality to do it, he's not going to be going on forever, and he wanted to carry on playing. So, I told him to find the best suited club for himself. It's a different challenge for him, dropping a couple of leagues and being more part-time. I enjoyed all different levels I played at. I told him, enjoy the levels you played at, You played international football and championship for most of your career. You played League 1 and League 2. Now drop into non-league and give it a go. And he has a really good and prolonged career due to professionalism, attitude to want to win, and push himself to be the best that he can. It's about Shaun Williams' enjoyment, but also what he's giving back to the game that's important with older players. When I took him to Gillingham, it wasn't just because I knew he was going to be a very good player in League 1 or League 2. It's because I knew he would bring to the change room the leadership and experience he would give to people around him. He just makes people better around him. Indeed, so can you imagine the Eastbourne Borough players playing alongside a former Irish international, a very good quality player? I'm sure they're all very chuffed. So there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.